Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bella here. I record stuff on YouTube. Check description for all my information. I do all LeetCode problems. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up to support it. And this is called count vowels permutation. Given an integer n, your task is to count how many strings of length n can be formed under the following rules. Each character is a lowercase vowel, A, E, I, O, and U. Each vowel A may only be followed by N. Each vowel E may only be followed by an A or an I. Each vowel I may not be followed by another I. Each vowel O may only be followed by an I or a U. Each vowel U may only be followed by an A. Since the answer may be too large, return it modulo the base 10 raised to the power of 9 plus 7. Let's look at this example. We get n, which is 1, output which is 5, explanation: all possible strings are A, E, I, O, and U. Here n is equal to 2, output 10, all possible strings are right here. Here we return 68. N is greater than or equal to 1 and is less than or equal to 2 multiplied by the base 10 raised to the power of 4. Well, we can solve this problem using dynamic programming. Guys, we can use memorization, top-down approach. We can use tabulation method, bottom-up approach. I'll show you how to do that using tabulation method, bottom-up approach. When we talk about dynamic programming, we think about the very last step. So finally, we will return the last. We will return the count. How many strings of the length n can be formed under the following rules. Go ahead, go for it. First, we create count, which is 0 initially. Then we need or let's say not count, let's say we'll be using long to prevent an integer overflow, and we create an array to the array, new long rows, the length of the string, and plus 1, and columns which is 5 because of the number of vowels A, E, I, O, and U. 5. Then we create a for loop, and we start from 0. I is less than or equal to, or let's say is less than 5. I plus plus, and at each iteration we set up the value at the position of the first row, which is the second row, because that's 0 based. The second row, and I colon 2 1. The second row, all values in the second row are set up to 1 after that. Here you can think of that like, you know, indices 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can comment that part. Then you see that vowel A may only be followed by an E. Means that, you know, A, E, then each vowel E may only be followed by an A or an I. E is equal to A and I. I may not be followed by another I, means that we can have only A, E, O, and U. All vowels except I. O may only be followed by an I or a U, and U may only be followed by an A. A. Next, A can follow. All you need is find the occurrence of each letter A, E, I, O, U into those strings right here. For example, A, there is A right here. E means that A can follow E. Next, A there is into this string, means, you know, I, we include I. Then A there is into this string, which is U. E is equal to E can follow A, then I, E, yeah, that's it. I can follow there is, you know, into this one, which is E. Then I, which is O, and O can follow O, O, I. O, yeah, O, I, and U can follow U, 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 I. I and O. Yeah. Look at those strings. And here we create a for loop. Int I is equal to 2. I is less than or equal to n, which is an integer. I plus plus, and at each iteration we do the calculations array at the position of I 0, 0 means this right here is mapped to A, right? Is equal to next, you see that, you know, this right here is mapped to A. Right here we look at E is mapped to 1, so we take the value from the previous row, which is I minus 1, and we got E, so we got 1. We take 1 plus the value from the previous row. Next we have I, which is 2. Right here we include I plus array U, which is 4, I minus 1 and 4. And you could notice from the description of this problem that since the answer may be too large, return it modulo the base 10 raised to the power of 9 plus 7, means that we should create integer, a variable integer n, or just not n, let's say modulo is equal to 1 2 3 1 2 3 6 7 8 9, and right here add 7, and here modulo this value. Next, array I 1 is mapped to E. We take the value from the row, from the previous row, I minus 1, and J, which is, you know, we got E, we got A, which is 0 0, plus array I minus 1, and we got I, which is 2 right here, and modulo mod. Next, array I 2 is equal to array I minus 1. We'll look at this one, E, which is 1, and plus array I minus 1. We got O, which is 3, and do the same modulo mod array I 3, which is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, which is O, array I minus 1. We got I, which is 2, and we say modulo mod, and array I 4, which is U, array I minus 1, U, we have I, which is 2, plus array I minus 1, and O, which is 3. Next, we create a for loop int, not int, long, L. We are looping through the values in the last row, array n, and at each iteration we increment the count. We add L to the count and do and say modulo equal and mod. Finally, return. We need to cast to integer and count. That's the whole problem. Let's comment this part, or let's say, yeah, let's comment this part. As I said before, we create a count which is set up to 0, array the type long, and plus 1 the length of the string. For example, we got n2, we would be having strings of the length 2. 5 means the number of vowels. Modulo means right here, in the case when the answer is too large. Then we create, we don't create, we are looping through this array and we set up the values on in the second row, because that's 0 based in Java. You can imagine a 2D matrix and start from 0. We set up to 1, then we start from 2. This right here, this I at 0 is mapped to A, I at 1 is mapped to E, I2 is mapped to I3 is mapped to O, and I4 is mapped to U. We do those calculations. We use modulo in the case when the answer could be could be too large, and we finally will have calculations in the last row. We are looping through those values in the last row, and we add each value to the count, and count modulo equal and mod, and return we cast to integer, because from long to integer, and return count. That's it. Let's run this code. Good, accepted. Let's submit. First try. There we go, success. Great. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below. I want to know what you think. Follow me on social medias. I do all LeetCode problems. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up to support it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.